जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। जय कृष्णा बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. So we continue our study from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj leaves home for the forest. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtiki. So we continue our journey, our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, again specifically Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. So I think is it from text 24? Maybe we can check. Yeah. Yes, I think text 24 onwards. We'll just read the sloka and translation and see where Krishna leads us. Maitri Vacha एवं संजल्पितं मातुर आकरण्य आर्गघमं वच सनीयं यात्मनात्मानं निष्क्रम पितुपुरात्. Translation: The great sage Maitreya continued, the instruction of Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti was actually meant for fulfilling his desired objective. Therefore, after deliberate consideration and with intelligence and fixed determination, he left his father's house. That is read purport also. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Both the mother and the son were lamenting Dhruva Maharaj's having been insulted by his stepmother and his father's not having taken any step on this issue. But mere lamentation is useless. One should find out the means to mitigate one's lamentation. Thus, both mother and son decided to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord because that is the only solution to all material problems. It is indicated in this connection that Dhruva Maharaj left his father's capital city to go to a secluded place to search out the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is the instruction of Prahlad Maharaj also that if one is seeking a peace of mind, he should free himself from all contamination of family life and take shelter of the Supreme Godhead by going to the forest. To the Gaudiya Vaishnava, this forest is the forest of Vrinda or Vrindavan. If one takes shelter of Vrindavan under Vrindavaneshwari, Srimati Radharani, certainly all the problems of his life are solved very easily. Wow, beautiful purport. Beautiful. See, normally, if I may say in Prabhupada's purpose, transcendental, but at least in first 9 cantos, even in 10th canto or throughout 12 cantos, specifically Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, I don't know, we can search how many times Radharani is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Uh, May not be once. Any of those purports. And in Bhagavatam purports also we see Radharani mentioned how many times? Would be very few, very few, very few. Chaitanya Charitamrita, yes, it comes Madhya Leela, it comes in special, it comes in Ramanand Rai's conversation with Mahaprabhu and some places others, but not so much also. But beautiful, wow. So such a blessing to read this purport. Wow. If one takes shelter of Vrindavan under Vrindavaneshwari, Srimati Radharani, certainly all the problems of his life are solved very easily. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपा बुद्धिर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। प्रेम भक्ति प्रसूत, प्रेम भक्ति उद्गार उपदेश. So this expression of pure love and instructions for Pancham Purshat, for the highest benefit, the highest hit, the highest interest of a mankind, of humanity, to attain love of Godhead. This compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam is for that subject matter only, to attain pure love of Krishna. So this is what we all are hankering or actually looking for. And Bhagavatam will give this to us, pure love of Krishna, completely unadulterated. See, isn't it a bit funny? Love, in societal sense, we have to say love and we have to add pure to it to make it more solid. Yeah, pure love. Uh, Something we have to add pure to it. Pure vegetarian diet, pure vegetarian restaurant, or pure this, pure that. But in transcendental realm, in pure Krishna consciousness, in spiritual world, love by default means pure. Can love be anything but not pure? Say love by default. If it is love, it has to be pure. How can it be like, okay, not fully pure, 99% GMO certified or something like this? How can love be like that? Okay, yeah, 99% pure love. No, love by default, the very meaning love means pure. But what to do? We live in a conditioned world. We live in a world of duality. We live in a world of modes of material nature, something good, something passionate, something very ignorant, wise, and all. So we have to use such adjectives or such things to describe, okay, pure love and this, and to have more gravity. But love in spiritual sense, love is pure only. So with this Shrimad Bhagavatam is ultimately to bless us all together, bring our focus towards Krishna, completely wholesomeness. Mm. Blessed is one who can protect his focus, who can manage a good focus, who can watch out his focus. And throughout we have to check our focus. Sadhu Sangh does this, devotee association helps us come in the right focus, gives us the true, real, right, proper focus. So with this aim, mood, say prayer, yearning, longing, desire, hankering, that we ever keep our Krishna conscious vision alive, active. Our focus should never get any deviated. Externally, we may be participating in the world. Externally, what should be participating is this external body and everything. Heart should belong to Krishna. Huh? Other things, yes, society, we are with you. Face should belong to the world. Yeah, face should belong to the world, but heart should belong to Krishna. But maybe how do we live? We live like, okay, heart belongs to the world and face we show it to Krishna. Yes, Krishna, I've come to see my face. I've come here to show you my face. Or face meaning the japa and we do and whatever Krishna consciousness. Sometimes it happens we are just doing it for a formality and all. Na? And because we show our face to Krishna, not our heart, so Krishna never reveals his face to us. Krishna doesn't show his face to us. But when we show our heart to Krishna, proper give our heart to Krishna, then we can see the beautiful, sweet, charming, glowing face of Krishna. Uh, and Acharyas describe the beauty of Krishna. We all are enamored by beauty, call it knowledge, strength, power, and all. Something is, oh wow, attractive. Na? Some person is so powerful, he's such a good speaker, he's such a good dancer, he's such a good in this and that. Hmm? So, and that attracts us so much. Now, Krishna's beauty, Acharyas describe his feet, and everything and his face. So Bhagavatam, there are 12 cantos. The first two cantos are described the two feet of Krishna. The sixth canto is described as the heart of Krishna. Uh, and then the 10th canto is described the face of Krishna. Hmm. 11, 12, forehead, head of Krishna, like that. And the face of Krishna is extremely beautiful. And in that face of Krishna, his smile. Another day we don't have a qualification definitely, but another day maybe Krishna willing will try to see more the face of Krishna, his smile, and one thing to be watchful of is his glance. If Krishna has his glance on someone, then that person be very watchful. If Krishna has his glance on someone, and this whole practice of Krishna consciousness is for this vision only. Krishna, can you have a side glance on me, please? Just to get that side glance of Krishna. Now, look, in society, is it fair to say, na, we all are what? We all are joy seekers. We all are joy seekers, and there is no harm in seeking joy. Quite rational. We are after joy, joy, bliss, happiness. Alongside joy seekers, we are what? We are attention seekers. Isn't it? We are attention seekers. If we judge ourselves, we are so much of attention seekers, a child to a grown up person and all. And that is where the problem lies. See, if we want to get attention in life, we have to give full attention to Krishna. When we give complete attention to Krishna, then all the spotlight will be on us. Uh, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gave all the spotlights to Arjuna, na? His eternal friend glorifying Arjuna. In this pastime also we'll see all the spotlight coming to Dhruva Maharaj. We are relishing Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. Likewise, if we want complete attention or if we want actually attention in life, we have to give attention to Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is the center of our life. He is the core of our life. We all share a unique relationship with Krishna. An eternal bond, eternal connection, so deep beyond description. We don't know how deep it is. The only one-to-one connection we have with someone eternally in this entire existence since eternity is with Krishna only. Is with Krishna. So if we give attention to Krishna, then we can get all the attention. So in society, why do we struggle? Because we are attention seekers, as in self-obsession. Now self-obsession, there is room for both in Krishna consciousness. Self-obsession for both, but not simultaneously. Not in the sense self-obsession. There is room for self, of course, and obsession. But we cannot combine the two together. That becomes the problem then. Self-obsession. It's better if they are two separate in the sense self is there, obsession is there. Self is obsessed towards Krishna. That is the pure definition of self-obsession. People get very nicely intrigued, na? Or religious people I don't like. There are many people who don't. Religion hasn't got a good reputation, especially in Western world. Hmm. But spirituality so far it is managing to keep up a good name for itself. Even in Western world, spirituality. Maybe I feel few years down the line people wouldn't like spirituality as well, or spirituality might also become hodgepodge of it. But anyways, this science of self-realization sounds very good. No? Self-realization, to realize the self and all, something posh, something very cool and all. What does it mean? Something. And when we take into Krishna consciousness, yes, science of self-realization, we understand it. And this self-realization, it will find its epitome or a very peak, very height. It has to be transformed towards what? Self-obsession, in the sense Krishna obsession. That is the ultimate self-realization. Bhagavatam says, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwaniti Sabdyate. So that Krishna obsession we all have to develop, complete Krishna. And when we are Krishna obsessed, then Krishna will be obsessed with us, then it will be a different world altogether. So if we check this, say, pastime as it stands for now, where does it stand, and we'll continue further on. So as it stands for now, Dhruva Maharaj, so once upon a time there was a king Utanpad. He had a no, there was Swambhuva Manu. He had two sons, Utanpad and Priyavrat. And Utanpad, King Utanpad, he had two wives, Suniti and Suruchi. So, who is Dhruva's real mother and who is his stepmother? What is the name of Dhruva's real mother and what is the name of Dhruva's stepmother? So, Suniti is the name of Dhruva's real mother and Suruchi is the name of Dhruva's stepmother. Um, Suniti is the eldest wife and Suruchi is the youngest wife, or elder wife and young wife. And King Utanpad, he was in the royal throne sitting, and on his lap was Uttama, who is the son of Suruchi. And Suruchi, I believe, also was in that royal assembly at that time. And Dhruva Maharaj entered the assembly. He came to the assembly and he walked in naturally towards his father. Now, seeing his father on the throne, naturally he walked climbing the steps, going up to the throne. And Uttam was sitting on the lap of his father. And naturally, Dhruva also wanted to sit on his lap. Nothing wrong so far. Hmm? And but the king did not take Dhruva. The king did not take Dhruva on lap. Neither he said a word. No, the king just had a glance towards his wife Suruchi, and Suruchi, through eye contact, the king got the answer okay, no, and the king did not take any action. He was very silent. And the queen spoke though. Suruchi spoke. She spoke a bit harsh, very harsh, cutting for a young 5-year-old boy. Very harsh she spoke. Now, and Dhruva Maharaj, maybe he had cold feet, he had a cold rush, time stopped for him. Dhruva Maharaj did not speak a word, and then through that in that assembly itself, he returned to his home, to his mother. Suruchi said that you are not my son. Do you know that? Of course, he knew, but you are not my son. When people are angry, they say something like this. Huh? You know, where do I work? You know, Baba, don't you know? Yes, I know. Where do you work? Do you not know? So she was saying that, do you know you are not my son? He knew, but she was in angry mood altogether. And if you want to sit on your father's lap, then you have to take birth from my womb. Hmm? And that will be next life. And you have, in order to do that, you have to worship Narayan. So, of all the things, one thing she said is great, you have to worship Narayan. That much credit should be given to her. But then again, if you worship Narayan, then why next life and this? Nah, even worship Narayan, can he not make happen this Narayan, this life? And Narayan will make it happen this life itself. We'll see as the pastime a bit progresses. So Dhruva Maharaj heard, listened, and all, and he went back to his home, crying and with a very heated say. And his mother Suniti got to know from other members of the royal family such a such incident had happened like this. So she was naturally very upset, and she also echoed the words of Suniti, and she also went with the same advice. So this is where we are so far. Now, uh, Prabhupada wrote a book, right, called what? Beyond Birth and Death. Some of us might have read it, some are reading possibly. Beyond Birth and Death, Prabhupada wrote this book. In Veda-based library, one should read all those books. What is there in Veda-based library? You should read all of them cover to cover. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna book, Prabhupada Lilamrita, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Brahma Samhita, then small books on the way to Krishna, Perfect Question, Perfect Answers, and Beyond Birth and Death. So Prabhupada wrote this book, very nice title, Beyond Birth and Death. Now, in order to go beyond birth and death, we have to first sort out between birth and death. Is it not? In order to go beyond birth and death, we have to first sort out our between birth and death. This thing. This is a question. What lies between birth and death? Many things lie between birth and death. Sure. If you can come up with some thought, maybe one word or some explanation. What lies between birth and death? Life. Okay, yes. Life is between birth and death, and this life we have to transform beyond birth and death altogether. What life lies between birth and death? What does life involve? Lessons. Very nice, yeah. Between birth and death, learnings, teachings, lessons. Beyond birth and death, no learning, no teachings. Don't worry, there's no morning program in spiritual world. So it's not like we have to wake up early in the morning and do a japa. No, it's not. It's natural in there, everything. So yes, between birth and death lies life lessons, learnings, teachings, education, preparation, some test. What else? Hmm? Cultivating, cultivation. Coming close to what I am thinking. Between birth and death, what lies? Satisfaction, sense gratification, sense satisfaction, fulfillment of desires, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, yes. Now between birth and death, all this. Now also between birth and death, what lies is experiences, life lessons, experiences, no? And what? Decision making, extremely important. Decision making, success and failure, experiences, decision making, maturity, very important maturity to have a matured head, cool head, calm head. You know what lies between birth and death? Choices. Choice. One thing, choice is in always in our side. It is always in our hand, the choices. Now see here, Dhruva Maharaj being not his father not at all speaking a word. You know Nivedita, Rakshak, what it means in Hindi, right? And Bhakshak also. So someone who we look up to as he's my protector or will protect me, and if he doesn't speak a word, very hurtful, na? Hurts even more possibly. So in here, father is not speaking a word, stepmother is speaking very harsh, ill and all. Dhruva stayed silent in that assembly. He had this choice to speak. Could he not? He could have spoken. He could have revolted. He could have rebelled. He could have thrown a tantrum, right? He could have picked some items. He could have threw something. And generally, we see this now. 5-year-old children. Hardly we find a 5-year-old child that he's quiet, that he doesn't speak. Mom says him no need to play or any small thing or big thing. Instantly, child comes with what? No, no. The first thing for a child is no. No, don't want to. Rebellious, no? And the child knows that, okay, as soon as mother wants to have lunch, dinner, the child then, no, no, I want attention. Look into me, look after me. give me something, feed me and all, sort of thing. So very difficult for a child taking lesson, or mother or father give discipline a bit and child is quiet. No. Now in here, Dhruva had the choice to speak something or not speak something. He stayed quiet. Many times in life, it is very good to stay silent. It's very good to stay calm, to stay cool, matured head, calm. Depending on situation, when we stay silent, when we don't speak, when we don't react, when we exercise this choice of not taking matters in our hand and remembering Krishna, who will then speak for us? Krishna will speak for us. When we exercise this choice of not taking things at hand, a conditioned soul, if he takes matters in his hand, very dangerous, very dangerous. So when we don't take matters in our hand, and we stay silent, then Krishna becomes active. And he definitely is watching. He definitely is watching. Mahaprabhu is watching that person, uh, on the 7th of August 2023, 5:45 p.m., 45 seconds. At that time, he showed some sanity. He showed some humility. Hmm? That thing. So when it has to be either ways, na. See, if we want Krishna to work for us, then we stop our bringing our thing, na. And if we want ourselves to indulge, then Krishna will take a step back. There's a pastime, very briefly I will share. What Krishna was having lunch in Dwarka with his wife, dearest wife, Rukmini. Krishna was having lunch in Dwarka. He came back from his office and his mm, uh, royal meeting and everything. And he was having lunch, and yeah, he was taking rice, dal, khichdi, and so he was having lunch. And as he was taking lunch, something was going on in his head, and he was, breaking the paratha little bit, but again, and having maybe curd rice a bit. So Rukmini asked Krishna, something going on, what's wrong? So Krishna said, there is this devotee of mine. He's in jungle. He went to get some woods and also, and he's in jungle, and he was chanting and saying like that. And then in jungle, across a river, he sees a tiger, and he's scared naturally, and he's chanting or calling my name. So I want to go and save him, protect him. I want to do something for him. Then why are you not going? Then, but again, this devotee of mine, he has picked up a wood as well, and he is planning some things for himself, how to protect himself, how to save himself, and he's not depending on me now. He's not relying, he's not calling me, he's not he thinks, okay, he can manage, he will deal with the situation himself. So I'm taking a step back. So I'm taking a step forward, a step back, a step forward, step back. Likewise in life, if we really want to do something, then we shouldn't be doing. In the sense, we should never consider ourselves to be the doer. Let Krishna be the doer and we be the instrument. Let Krishna be the doer, we be the instrument. Let we be used by Krishna. The prayer is that Krishna use this mouth as a mouthpiece, as an organ, and to glorify your Lordship, to glorify Guru and Gaurang. This is the purpose of the tongue, to glorify Krishna, to glorify Guru and Gaurang. This is the purpose of the entire body, entire consciousness, body, mind, soul, intelligence, everything. So when we prepare ourselves in that consciousness, then naturally we come to a state wherein we are naturally performing bhakti. So it is not good to take matters at hand for a conditioned soul. When we don't take matters at hand but pray to Krishna, remember Krishna, chant Krishna's name, then Krishna definitely takes matters in his hands. But if we take matters in our hand, then it cannot work together likewise. Krishna doesn't like that sort of partnership. Hmm. So if we, and this is what we mean when we say heart should belong to Krishna, face should belong to the society. Face should belong to the world, not the other way around. When we give our heart to Krishna, we have to learn this art how to give our face to the world then. So Dhruva Maharaj, he had this choice and he stayed silent. He exercised this choice. Not always silent is also good. No. When at times when needed to speak, we should speak. And at times when we shouldn't be speaking, we shouldn't be speaking. How do we get to know this? When we meditate on Krishna, when we pray Krishna, when we chant, when we remember Krishna. And in association of devotees, we'll get to learn when to speak, when not to speak. Also, how much to speak, how much not to speak. Hmm? What to speak, what not to speak, whom to speak, whom not to speak, why to speak, why not to speak, and all of this. When we are guided, it's such a amazing thing. You know, people plan holiday and all. So a guide, someone, okay, yes, someone guide me, someone be the manager and show me everything, and we are just relishing. Like that, when we are guided by Krishna, life will be very, very different. So in here, Dhruv Maharaj, he between, if we have to go again beyond birth and death, we have to first settle our between birth and death. Without settling between birth and death, we can never go beyond birth and death. And what has to be settled between birth and death? So many life lessons, all of this choices is always in our hands. So we have to exercise our choice. We have to come with a much better choice and take responsibility for it, take ownership for it. Furthermore, we see Dhruva did not blame his mother at all. Did he? He did not blame his mother. Generally, we see now in society, children, they blame their parents. They blame their parents. They say, "Oh, mother, you are bad mother. You are a bad father." Huh? And it's so hurting for parents to hear this from their own child, whom they have raised and all everything. But Dhruva did not blame his mother. Dhruva did not blame Suruchi as well. Whom did Dhruva blame? He did not blame the king also. No one. No one. So, as we sometimes say, nah, what is the most played sport in this world, or most played games in this world? Football. Football, I believe, is the most viewed game in this world. America, South America, North America, Europe. Not so much in Asia though, but Europe heavily viewed, and in America and all. So football is the most played viewed game. Say basketball in America, basketball is very popular some places. Na? Baseball in America very popular. In India at least cricket is very popular. So these are some games: basketball, baseball, football, most popular games. Na? What is the other most popular game, most played, and most viewed also throughout? And there's not much training also required in this. There's not much training required, and we all pick it up a bit naturally, I would say. We all pick it up very naturally. Blame game. Yeah, blame game. Not much training required. Everyone plays it. Everyone picks it up as if natural. Comes so spontaneous, na? Comes from the heart altogether. Yeah, very natural. Blame game. So Dhruva Maharaj also had this choice who to put a blame on. Who to put a blame. He did not blame anyone. That is a mighty person who doesn't blame anyone but takes the blame in his own karma, in his own karmic. Okay, this is my karma which for which I am having to experience this. When we show such attitude, when we demonstrate such attitude through our existence, through our walking, talking, behavior and everything, then Krishna consciousness na coming alive. Philosophy is much better when it is put into practice, na, when we practice the philosophy. So I pray that I become the first listener of the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, and one day I embody the teachings in full of Srimad Bhagavatam and comes from heart altogether. So now Dhruva Maharaj, a bit trying to more see the situation. Say, Dhruva Maharaj, was he hurt? Of course he was hurt, na? He was hurt, but not did not blame anyone. He had this choice and all, and he went back to his mother. And we'll see furthermore. Mother is also echoing. Suniti is echoing what Suruchi said, and Suniti also such a gentle lady. She did not have any uh, jealousy or like that hatred. The first thing she said to Dhruva is what? that do not think ill of others, do not think ill of her. Uh, wow, imagine. uh, so yeah, we see this. This is what she. My dear son, don't wish for anything inauspicious for other. Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashi ki jai. So, Dhruva Maharaj is certainly hurt. Now, subtle rules the gross. This is a fact in life. Subtle rules the gross. If you physically hurt someone, that is different thing. And in here, he was not physically as such hurt, but through emotion and this thing. Now, speaking of hurt, what hurts most? A feeling of not being accepted. Very hurtful, na? A feeling of not being included, that I'm not accepted, I'm not included. And look, could be so hurting living in the same family but not being a part of the family, not being included. Very hurtful, not being accepted. So Dhruva Maharaj felt that not included, not accepted, this sort of feeling and hurt. Hmm? And subtle rules over the gross. So he was naturally hurt. The choice, he did not respond. Now, see, for us, again, Dhruva Maharaj will see this more for our how to conduct ourselves in life, and then we only can appreciate and get this more further blessing and all. So, see, when does we feel more hurt or heavy hurt or most hurt? Say, can I say this? See, let's see this. See, suppose my knowledge is a bit limited. We'll see a bit. Uh, Suppose there is a WhatsApp group and we are not included in the group, a friends or a family WhatsApp group or a work people or a community WhatsApp group, and you are living in the community but you are not in the group, and you hear from others that this uh, this event is happening. It's a family group. Oh, this event, didn't you know? Okay. Oh, okay. Are you not okay? Fine, yeah. And not in. So such small, not included in the WhatsApp group, or if someone is excluded from the WhatsApp group, oh, as if like a part of me. It's like, oh, mm, just like a scratch happens in the car, so hurtful. Like, oh, a part of me hurt and all like that. So these subtle things, na, Facebook friend requests, uh, someone getting Facebook friend request or not getting a Facebook friend request and all, can be very hurting at times. All such things. Now, if we look from a high level perspective or something, so trivial, so trivial that why is someone not asking me to lead Gora Arti? Why is someone not asking me to give a class? Or do you not know? Please, someone tell me to give class. Someone tell me to lead Kirtan. Someone ask me to do Guru Puja. Or someone say that yes, I made prasadam, the Sunday feast prasadam. I was also there. I also helped clean and all. So this not being included or excluded feel very hurt. All these are the material considerations, and this is why when we discuss na Shrimad Bhagavatam, we said na this purification, real purification is purification of I, me, and mine. These has to be purified, I, me, and mine. And when we are in union, communion with Krishna, we will not feel that hurt. So some on these lines, this is where Dhruva Maharaj is, and if we see a child, his situation and all, and we can find ourselves also in the them situations. And previously we said, na, what two things? Um, what advice would we give to Dhruva Maharaj? Suppose tonight also, if Dhruva Maharaj comes in our dreams, what advice will he give him? And another, if someone offends us, if someone speaks harsh, rude to us, if someone insults us, what would be our response? Let us read a bit, see further. Huh? So, um The instruction of Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti was actually meant for fulfilling his desired objective. Yes, we'll see this. Hmm? So his mother said that whatever Suruchi, the stepmother, is saying, I go with her, and you go and you worship Lord Narayan. Only he can rescue, only he can save. That's the best thing, na? Why leave someone in a limbo state by going, you go here, you go there, and all. You go to this demigod or go to that demigod, or you go to this Guruji or go to that Babaji. Why to put someone in a limbo state? Or so many things, na? One could be, although Dhruva was 5 year old and all. Generally, if someone feel a bit insulted and all, what? I want my own time. I want my free space. I want to go for a walk. I want to go for cycling. I want to go for playing something. Or what? I want to go to pub. You know? Hmm? And generally, this is how people settle down their insults also something. Huh? Uh, so, but not this Dhruva Maharajan here. There are many ways how we can bring ourselves. See, again we'll see what to fall is inevitable. Hmm. To we fall down, no? In the sense it is inevitable, as in that we are anyways living in a falling consciousness. To feel hurt, insulted, and all, someone insults us, it is inevitable. It is going to happen. As a sadhaka, what should be our calculation or thing? How quickly can I rise back? How quickly do I come out of it? Sometimes we go in a we are very moody, na? Oh, woke up late today. Hmm? What's the point? It's 4:30 already. Mangal Aarti started. What's the point? Uh, I had a friend actually. Quickly, I'll share. He used to plan waking for Mangal Aarti, but say suppose he couldn't make it 4:30 or quarter past 5 or 7, he would then, oh, I won't wake up now. What's the point? I didn't do japa, and then whole day would be like everything late and all, and next day, and that next day comes after a week or something for him. Say, so point being that getting delayed or and all or falling down or behind is that's fine. Thing is, how quickly can we rise from it? How quickly can we come over it? Dhruva Maharaj will see how quickly he came through out of his insults. So the great sage Narada, mm, the great sage Narada overheard this news, and understanding all the activities of Dhruva Maharaj, he was struck with wonder. He approached Dhruva and touching the boy's head with his all virtuous hand, he spoke as follows. How wonderful are the powerful Kshatriyas! They cannot tolerate even a slight infringement upon their prestige. One should not play with one's ego, na? One should not play with one's emotions. One should not hurt one's ego. Very sensitive, like this. And we should also protect our ego, na? Protect our real ego that we are lovers of Krishna, servants of Krishna. This boy is only a small child, yet harsh words from his stepmother proved unbearable to him. The great sage Narada told Dhruva, my dear boy, you are only a little boy whose attachment is to sports and other frivolities. Hmm? Why are you so affected by words insulting your honor? My dear Dhruva, if you feel that your sense of honor has been insulted, you still have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of dissatisfaction is another feature of the illusory energy. Every living entity is controlled by his previous actions, and therefore there are different varieties of life for enjoying or suffering. So, Narad Muni is saying that, well, it is your karma, everything comes to us through our karma, so why do you react? Why do you enjoy or suffer? There's nothing like, we all are bearing the fruits of our karma only. So, take it easy, take it relax, and don't worry. And don't get insulted or feel hurt. Don't feel affected. And the process of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very wonderful. One who is intelligent should accept that process and be satisfied with whatever comes, favorable or unfavorable, by his supreme will. Hmm. So far, good moral, gentle lessons. May not be transcendental, but good moral, gentle lessons. And let us read couple more and then we'll see. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It is very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narad Muni continued, after trying this process for many, many births and remaining unattached to material contamination, placing themselves continually in trance and executing many types of austerities, many mystic yogis were unable to find the end of the path of God realization. Text 32. For this reason, my dear boy, you should not endeavor for this. It will not be successful. It is better for that you go home. When you are grown up by the mercy of the Lord, you will get a chance for these mystic performances. At that time, you may execute this function. 33 says, one should try to keep himself satisfied in any condition of life. Such beautiful message. Whether distress or happiness, which is offered by the supreme will. A person who endures in this way is able to cross over the darkness of nescience very easily. 34. Every man should act like this. When he meets a more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate toward him. And when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship. Such a good behavioral, gentle rule in society. Na? Have respect. When we meet someone who is more superior to us and all, we should be very respectful, very pleased, honored meeting someone like this. And someone who we see, okay, is somewhat, say, less qualified, then we should be very kind, compassionate, caring towards, and someone who is equal to us, friendly. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. So now see, na, when Dhruva Maharaj did not take matters in his hand, Krishna took na matters in his hand. And whom did Krishna send? Narad Muni. So for us as well, when we show a good attitude, na, when we do not actually take matters in our hand, or when we do not speak, when we say this way, we all, if we want to be defended, if we want to be defended and victorious, then we have to stop defending ourselves. Then Krishna will defend us. If Krishna defends us, who has the capacity to defeat us? If Krishna becomes our defense lawyer, can anyone defeat us? No one can defeat us. So, best is when we let Krishna defend. And we just play an instrumental role in the hands of Krishna. Then it's amazing. So now Dhruva Maharaj did not take matters in his hand. Hmm? Even if needed to take matters in his hand or not in his hand, point being that we should always live like an instrument. We are not the doers. We should act as if we are the instruments. We want to be instruments in the will of the Lord. That is what we aspire to. So Dhruva did not speak. He had the choice. He did not speak. And what happened? Narad Muni appeared. Likewise in our lives. And now that we are practicing Krishna consciousness, so devotees have entered our life. Na? Devotees have appeared in our life. Devotees have come to our life. Now it is we just keep on. So which means what? This causeless mercy. Devotees coming in our life is a causeless mercy. This signifies that in some previous life we would have definitely done some devotional service. Ah, as they say, na, what money begets money. They're saying, na, money begets money. Likewise, service begets service, or bhakti begets bhakti. We would have done some pure, we would have served a pure devotee, we would have served devotees, we would have performed Krishna consciousness in previous lives. And as a result of this, Krishna is looking, okay, Krishna's mercy comes through the medium of his pure devotee. For a sadhaka, pure devotee being spiritual master. This is where Krishna's mercy comes through how it comes through. And Krishna doesn't directly deal with us. It's very helpful. He doesn't directly deal with us. That's his culture and etiquette and very proper standards. So Dhruva Maharaj, he did not retaliate. He did not retaliate, he did not revolt, he did not rebel. So Krishna sent Narad Muni. And Narad Muni, look, uh, what is it said? Try before you try before you buy, right? Something like that. Na? Try before you buy. um, Proof of the pudding is in the eating, or in Hindi say they say what? पहले इस्तेमाल करें फिर विश्वास करें. In the sense, so Dhruva Maharaj, na, before accepting, sorry, Narad Muni, before accepting Dhruva as his disciple, or before lighting Dhruva, Narad Muni is testing. Narad Muni is checking Dhruva. How fixed is he? How Dhruv? How firm is he? How strong is his faith? Kshatriya, very, if Kshatriya has this spirit and all, very tremendous, courageous, na? Having this firm spirit. So Narad Muni checking how firm is his conviction. Telling, what are you doing here? Go play, watch football, go play cricket, it's okay. See, now this is why we asked this question. Had we met Dhruva, what advice could we have given? Could we ever tell a 5-year-old boy, worship Narayan? Or 5-year-old girl, worship Narayan, chant Hare Krishna? Actually, we ourselves are not convinced, we won't ever ask anyone else also. But if we are convinced, we will ask the entire world. Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna. Ask the entire world. What advice can we give? Like, oh, go for a walk, take a rest, sleep, play with friends. You will get distracted. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like this. So life is okay. But no, Dhruva's stepmom, Dhruva's mom said, no, worship Narayan. And Kshatriyana, he had this spirit, like, no, I will get it. I will get it. Uh, Very fearless, very courageous Kshatriyas are. So Dhruva went and Narad Muni wanted to check him that how fearless, how courageous you are, 5-year-old boy. So Narad Muni checking a bit Dhruva Maharaj and giving him some moral lessons and all, that let's see, does he get dissuaded? Sometimes people give some moral lessons and all just to check how transcendental one is. Do you still get dissuaded or not? Like Krishna na, in Ashwadhama case, we see very nice when Krishna was telling to Arjuna, now you have to act in a way, kill him, not kill him, and also that satisfy every party, satisfy uh, Draupadi, Yudhishthir Maharaj, and sort of satisfy Bhima and myself as well. Now you see. So Krishna was also testing his devotee Arjuna then. So in here, Narad Muni testing him, giving him good moral, gentle lessons and all, that it is all because of our karma. Take a piece of, be peaceful, be calm, mm, don't overreact, and furthermore, and like this, to check, to test him, Dhruva Maharaj, to also to bring that uh, hidden spirit and devotion in him, to get him more courageous, to make him more courageous. So this um, Narad Muni telling him. Let's read a bit now. This is where Dhruva is speaking now. This is we see text 35. Dhruva Uvacha. So because Dhruva Maharaj is speaking, let us read the Sanskrit. Dhruva Uvacha. Soyam sam bhagavata sukha dukha hatatmanam दर्शित कृपया पुंसां दूरदर्शो स्मद्विदेस्तुस्य. Dhruva Maharaj said, my dear Lord Narad ji, for a person whose heart is disturbed by the material conditions of happiness and distress, whatever you have so kindly explained for attainment of peace of mind is certainly a very good instruction. But as far as I am concerned, I am covered by ignorance, and this kind of philosophy does not touch my heart. Wow, such a great response of philosophy Dhruva Maharaj is saying. Na? Mm, that whatever you are saying is very good. Is very good for peace of mind and certainly very great instruction, but it doesn't appeal to me because I'm lost. I'm lost. My vision is I feel hurt. I feel insulted. My ego is hurt. I must do something now. So let's see what Dhruva says more. My dear Lord, I am very impudent for not accepting your instructions, but this is not my fault. It is due to my having been born in a Kshatriya family. My stepmother Suruchi has pierced my heart with her harsh words. Therefore, your valuable instruction does not stand in my heart. O learned Brahmana, I want to occupy a position more exalted than any yet achieved within the three worlds by anyone, even by my fathers and grandfathers. If you will oblige, kindly advise me of an honest path to follow by which I can achieve the goal of my life. Wow. Now, Dhruva, look. mm, Oh, yeah. So let's see that. So Dhruva is saying, I want to occupy a position more exalted than any yet achieved within the three worlds by anyone, even by my father and great grandfathers, my fathers and grandfathers. So I want a kingdom. I want a kingdom which is larger than my father's kingdom, Uttanpad, my grandfather, Swayambhuva Manu, my great grandfather, Lord Brahma. I want an empire, a kingdom which is bigger than, way bigger than what my father and grandfathers have attained and achieved. Now, one thing in here, uh, there's something, this sort of motivation is good. This sort of motivation is, see, good, we'll see further. Because Krishna is involved, no? Krishna is in the base in here, foundation here. Although a passionate motivation, but still good. Now again, Dhruva Maharaj, had he the option choice to be jealous of his father, of his grandfather and great grandfather? Of course he had, na? He could have blasphemed, he could have said ill, na? Another way to say this, he could have said, na, I won't be satisfied until my father is kicked out from the throne and until he is no more a king and he becomes a normal person in the, a commoner, a common commoner in the society. That will please me because my father did not take. Dhruva could have said, na, Narad, bless me that my stepmom, when she becomes a common commoner, that is what will please me. I don't want to see her as a queen. He could have said all of this. And this is what generally, like, I know growing up, I troubled my mom a few occasions, and sometimes when I was not allowed to play or something, whatever I wanted, I was not getting. I used to get quite furious. So Dhruva could have said something on these lines, na, but he did not say. What, let my dad have whatever he has. Let my granddad has whatever he has. Let my great granddad has whatever they have. I'm not telling you that snatch it from them. No, I don't want to pull them down. I want to rise. I want to rise without pulling them down. And I want to rise so beyond they cannot even come close to me or catch me and all. No. They may stay where they are, they may rise, but I want to rise, say, infinitely. So Narad blessed me with that. He had the choice to be jealous or envious. Difference between jealousy and envy, na? Jealousy we understand. Envy is what? Active jealousy. Envy is active jealousy. Jealousy is like someone having a car and I don't have a car. I don't have a car. I'm missing out. I'm missing out. I'm jealous of his, say, fortune or his physical comforts and all. Envy is what? Oh, how can his car get damaged? How can his car get damaged? That's like active. Actively thinking ill of someone. Jealousy is like we struggle to digest the position, the good position of the other person. We struggle to digest. We don't feel at all happy about it, and we don't feel, and it puts shows me low. I'm so low, I'm so low. Why? Because I see someone is high above me, so I am so low, I am so low. And envy is what? Oh, he is high, how can I pull him down? I don't want to rise. Fine, whatever, how can I pull him down? We shared this story, but I like this. Maybe if I can have your permission to share once again. See, and there were two neighbors. Huh? There were two neighbors, say John and James, or what is this English common surnames? There are some common English or British surnames now, Scottish. Leela? Something once Pranapro or someone mentioned. Okay, then go by with this Indian surnames. There were two neighbors, Sharmaji and Varmaji. Okay. So there were two neighbors, Sharmaji and Varmaji, and a priest, a saintly person, a priest used to come in both their houses. So now, priest first came to Sharmaji's house, and Varmaji neighbor looking. Na neighbors see each other, what's going on and all. So Varmaji was keeping an eye. Okay, wow, the saint has gone to Sharma's house. Sharmaji, huh? You've been to their house. Okay, and this coming the saint came to Sharmaji's house. So Sharmaji welcomed him and gave him good food and everything, and received him very gently, asked of his good health, well-being, and everything. And then naturally, the saint have this heart to bless someone. So asked, "What would you like? What do you want? What would you like?" So he said, "What does Sharmaji say? Oh, I would like BMW, say, or whichever car, say, let's say BMW. Okay." And then he says, "Okay, bless you, you will get it soon." Huh? Fine. And very soon he gets the car. And the same day, then he next goes to the neighbor's place. And same thing, neighbor receives him and very nicely. And then saint asks, "What would you like? Please accept some blessing, you know." So first, out of shyness, false humility, says, "No, no, no, not needed. I'm not that sort of person, not me." Okay, fine, if you so insist. What would you like? Whatever Sharmaji has asked, double it up. Whatever he has asked for, double it up. Okay, fine. You'll get double of what he's getting. So he gets two BMWs. He has one BMW. Next month, again, Saint comes, same sort of story. And he goes to Sharmaji's house and asks Sharmaji, "Okay, what would you like?" "I would like a house in central London." "Okay, fine. You'll get a house in central London." And then, few hours, same day, he goes to the neighbor's house and says, "Okay, what would you like?" Whatever Sharma has asked, double it up. Double it up. Whatever he's asked. Okay, fine, double it up. And he gets two houses in central London. Say third month, again saint comes, same thing. So he asks, this time Sharmaji asks, what would you like?" "I would like a tour of Europe, a cruise, uh, 1 month holiday cruise and tour of Europe, and seeing sightseeing and all of this." Okay, fine. And same thing, he goes to the neighbor's house. Whatever he has asked, double it up. Now see, 6 months happened. He got one BMW, he got two BMW, one central London house, two central London house, one trip Europe. And Sharma is asking what? Not just Europe, Europe, Asia, America trip, bigger trip, and this uh, big 3 month, 6 month holiday. Fine. And now this Sharmaji is getting very restless, very jealous, very impatient. He's saying, "I'm getting one car, he's getting two car. Next day, I'm getting one central house in central, and he said, "What's going on here?" So he knew, okay, the saint is going there, and okay, now let the saint come. Fine. The saint comes again to Sharmaji's house, the first neighbor, and he receives him even more nicely this time, even more nicely. And now the saints ask, "What would you like?" And he's waiting for this moment. Yes. Now he says, "I would like my car to be crashed and I get no insurance money." "What?" "Yes, yes." Seriously, your new car which you bought?" "Yes, yes." "That very same new car, get it crashed. Hmm. No, no scrap value for it and no insurance. I want to bear that loss. Huh? Make it happen. Can you? Please, this is my request to you." "Okay, fine. So be it." Hmm. Saint was very shocked, like, what is he asking? Saint goes to the neighbor, a neighbor very nicely receiving the saint. Wow, uh, such a great saint you are, as good as God to me, and all, blah 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 blah. So then the saint asked him the same thing. "What would you like?" Double it up. Whatever he's saying, double it up." So what happened? The neighbor, the first guy person, he gets his car scrapped Accident, crash, scrap, no return value, insurance loss. One car, and here both the cars. Come Saint again next time. What does he say? He says the central house, a house in central London. I want it to be burned down. It catches fire. I want the house to catch fire and brought down to ashes altogether. No insurance, by the way. Sure? Yes, mean it. Okay. Goes to the neighbor. Double it up. Double it up. No, just I will end it here. Finally, say finally the saint comes to the uh, house, Mr. Sharmaji, huh? Our gentle Mr. Sharmaji's house. So he comes there, and this time, what does he say? Everything done, the proper drill. Now saint is asking, accept some blessing. What would you like from me? Guess what does he say? Car, he said, burn, crash the car. House, he said, burn the house. What more? What now? He says to the saint, Saint, you have to do this. I request you to do this, please. This is my heart's desire. This is my real most prayer to you. And I want you, you can only fulfill it. I would be so glad if you fulfill this. You have to do this to me. Direct person. What do you want? I want you to punch me in my eye. Punch me in my eye. Make my eye so black, complete visionless. Come on, Saint. You can do it. Punch me in the eye, Saint. Bring out all your frustration. Punch me in the eye. In my right eye. Come on, please do it. Saint says, okay. So be it. Punches in the eye. Washes his hands. Hare Krishna. Leaves the home. Goes to the neighbor. Neighbor. What does the neighbor say? Double it up. Double it up. Okay, Saint says, come on then. Both eyes. So the point being, this is jealousy or envy. I let you all decide. But do we live like this now? Utkarsh. Utkarsh means in Sanskrit they say param utkarsh asanam matsarya. To not able to resist the fortune, the good fortune of someone else. Uh, It's such a heinous quality, actually, we see now. Such a low quality to feel jealous by the rise of someone. And so much so, this can come about in temple also, can it not? Why not? Why cannot not? No? Say, someone getting initiated. Now, someone, a friend of mine could be, na, shared the ashram together 4 years, 5 years, 1 year, 2 year, whatever, and all, and came into Krishna consciousness. I might have joined earlier, he might have come late, and we lived together. I knew things from before, and I know the first day when he came, I was the first one to give him the bead bag. I was there. He doesn't remember. I remember. I gave him the bead bag. I was the first in the community to tell him to come for Mangal Aarti. No one else. I only told him, come for Mangal Aarti. I gave him the bead bag. I told him how to chant. And he's getting initiated now and I'm not getting initiated. It can, na, something. Yes. Okay. I'm not sure. We'll see. So, this thing, this um, this jealousy, na? Why cannot, na? Living in the ashram, someone taking saffron, someone not yet taking saffron. So this thing might bring about, na? And this is this conditional or human tendency, human nature, which we have to give it up. We have to overcome. We have to come through it and all. Jealousy and this enviousness is definitely not at all the trait of a sadhu. If we want to become a devotee, a gentle being, these are not the qualification or the traits of a soul proper. Why do we feel jealousy? Why do we feel enviousness? Because many things. The most important, I don't see myself as a part and parcel of Krishna. I don't see myself as a spiritual being. I don't see myself as a spiritual identity. If I cannot see myself as a spiritual identity, spiritual being, I can never see anyone else as a spiritual being. How is it possible that I see others as spiritual being, but I don't see myself as a spiritual being? No, it won't come about. And because I don't see myself as a lover of Krishna, as a spiritual being, a spiritual part and parcel of Krishna, I would struggle to see others also. And then will come this human tendency, jealousy, eh, up and down sort of thing, all will come about. And why do we feel jealousy and all? One big thing is seeing things in scarcity. Because we see things in scarcity, it makes us very jealous. Or it is less, so, and that's the world teaches, right? Struggle for existence. Or what's the thing? Struggle for existence or fit survival of the fittest. No? Survival of the fittest. That yes, resources are scarce, work hard. Survival of the fittest sort of thing. But no, the only scarcity in society is lack of Krishna consciousness. That is the only scarcity. Otherwise, there is no scarcity. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Prabhupada's spiritual master, told this thing that the only scarcity is this lack of God consciousness, lack of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, no scarcity. So in here, Dhruva Maharaj is saying, I want to occupy a position more exalted than any yet achieved within the three worlds by anyone, even by my fathers and grandfathers. Not a sense of jealousy here, not a sense of hatred here, not a sense of envy here, not a sense of double it up here. No, not that sense. Fine, they may rise, they may be wherever. I want to rise infinitely altogether. Now, again, furthermore, what beautifully saying, if you will oblige, kindly advise me of an honest path to follow. Huh? Honest path to follow by which I can achieve the goal of my life. So it's not looking for a shortcut or is not looking for a cheat way, an honest way. How I can purify, how I can work hard, how I can attain it out of my own merit, out of my own effort through your blessings. And he's recognizing that Dhruva Maharaj, you can, Narad Muni, you can bless it. Text 38, he says, my dear Lord, you are a worthy son of Lord Brahma, and you travel playing on your musical instrument, the veena, for the welfare of the entire universe. You are like the sun which rotates in the universe for the benefit of all living beings. Shishikhorantai Mayapur Sashi ki jai. Shri Tulsinath Maharaj ki jai. Shri Giridhari Lal ki. Shri Narsingadev Bhagwan ki. Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai Gaur Premanandi. So you can bless me, Narad Muni. You are a worthy son of Lord Brahma, and you travel playing on your musical instrument, the veena, for the welfare of the entire universe. You are like the sun which rotates in the universe for the benefit of all living beings. And this is not flattery; he is genuinely appreciating and saying. Any thoughts, questions, or comments so far? Okay. Yeah, good question. Good question. So, in Krishna consciousness, the identity of the soul proper. If we want to receive more and more love of Krishna, more and more blessing, more and more mercy of Krishna, the more we realize that we are servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. That thing. Hmm? So, if we want to be in this attitude, in this consciousness, how can we see someone that who is less qualified than himself? That's the question, right? So actually, this was the mood attitude of Yudhishthir Maharaj, a king, and in his kingdom he couldn't find anyone who is more qualified than him. He proved that, oh, she has this quality which is better than me. He is good in this which is better than me. So likewise, any person, he could find something or something which is much better than he had. And there's another personality, Duryodhan, king prince himself as well. He saw every person, oh, I am better than her. She does this poorly, I do better. He, I am better than him. He does not know this, I do better. So they both were stuck in different mentalities altogether. So for in our consciousness, for preaching purpose, we have to see, na? Preaching purpose, yes, Jive Doya. This Mahaprabhu's teachings, na? Hari Name Ruchi Vaishnav Seva Jive Doya. Real taste in the holy name, in chanting, in japa. And what? Seva, Vaishnav Seva, service. Service is done to uh, Vaishnavas. They are exalted altogether. And Jive Doyana, compassion. Compassion upon living entities. So those who have not yet found their resolve in Krishna consciousness, huh? We need to show compassion upon them. Now, externally, the act may be like, okay, compassionate, but in our heart, we should never take that, okay, I am actually helping him or her, I am showing my compassion upon him or her. No, externally, we have to behave like that. See, otherwise, it will be so false humility, or it won't, the result won't come about. If I go in streets, and whosoever comes, if I'm not discriminative, that sense, whosoever comes, oh, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, and this and that, oh wow, huh? How can I possibly help the other person, and how will I help also? So that discrimination has to be there. Hmm? In my heart of my heart, I should be seeing everyone as a pure potential, pure devotee of Krishna. But to bring it into practice or into reality, no, has to be seen. Like Narsinga Kavach Prabhu, His Grace Narsinga Kavach Prabhu in temple class we were listening a few days ago, right? What? How do we show our respect to tigers? By maintaining distance. Huh? By maintaining distance. We show compassion, respect to tigers by not going close to the tiger. How do we show our respect to cow? By not maintaining distance, by bringing closeness, no? By not butchering a cow, by caring, by loving a cow. That ways. So this is how like this compassion, na, jive doya. Now service has to be always done to one who is savior, as in who is worshipable. Service should be done to them who are worshipable, who are worthy of our worship altogether. But if we start serving everyone, that, oh no, no, everyone is worthy of my worship, huh? You all are worthy of my worship, we won't be doing good to the other person, and we won't be doing good to ourselves as well. In our heart, we should never get puffed up that I am helping him, I am his mentor or her mentor. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, na, guru, this word guru, na, we understand guru means teacher, general sense. And there's another word, goru. Goru, do you know what goru means? Goru means like in Bengali SMEs, it is referred like cow. Cow, Goru, cow is referred to Goru. And Goru means ignorance, ignorant. Someone who is, say, dull. I don't want to say stupid, but someone who is dull, same. So, Goru, 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 Goru is the word. Guru and Guru. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, one who considers himself to be a Guru is actually a Guru. Huh? So one who thinks that one who thinks that I'm a teacher is actually a he has not got it. So does this somewhat answer your question, Tim? Yeah. Okay. From Gorangil. But yeah, what is the question? Even if a bit of flattery, it is allowed, because we are not humble, na. But if we do a bit of flattery, it is allowed. It is good. It will soften our heart. It should soften our heart. So there should be, but as long as like with glorification, if it is accurate, if it is a bit specific, if it is a bit more clear, it should not be vague. Sometimes we go for a retreat, 3 day, 4 day retreat. What do you do? Like, oh, lovely retreat. We had such a good time. Krishna Eco Farm. I volunteered in Krishna Eco Farm. I stayed in Krishna Eco Farm for 6 weeks. Had such a great time, such a great learning, such good. What did you learn? Oh, learned a lot. What did you do? What did you? Oh, so much lesson. With some one point, Baba. What did you? Oh, we learned lots. We learned lot. Huh. So something specific is good. Something genuine. Something specific. Something where they mention people or not mention. Say something specific. Something. It's nice, na? And that shows like we should be observant of Vaishnavas, and then we should glorify them, that yes, we are looking into the details or seeing the details, and that was glorifying the. See, if we are having a some sort of what's the word, some sort of separation or difficult time with someone in dealing with someone and all, there are many ways. One of the best ways is chant Hare Krishna. Yes, that will calm us and all. Another way is what, if we glorify the person. Suppose I'm having struggle with someone in the ashram, I'm having struggle with someone, bonding, compatibility, and like that. When we glorify the person, when we glorify the devotee, naturally our heart will become softened. Glorify, see the process, na? When we forgive someone, who benefits the most of it? Or who is the first beneficiary of forgiveness? Who is the first benefit? I myself, when I forgive someone. Huh? I myself benefit the most. When I glorify someone, this is our heart will become so soft when we glorify someone. Society struggles to glorify. Hmm. Society glorifies also, there is an agenda. But we want to glorify genuinely, naturally. uh, Genuinely, we want to glorify without an agenda now. But if we are struggling, still we should glorify. If there has to be some forced humility, is good. Why not, na? If we have to do some force humility, still good. Hmm. And that's how we can be more kind of coming to, one day we will come, we will naturally glorify, we will meaningfully glorify, and we will be having the right words and this thing, and this appreciation, this mood that yes, every other devotee is superior to me, is more advanced than me. One mood we can imbibe in our life, right? What, that this other devotee who we might be struggling with or good friends with, whichever case, this other devotee, such a nice, sweet devotee. Now, had I been in his or her shoe, I would have messed up Krishna consciousness. Huh? Like someone practicing Krishna consciousness and maybe extremely sloppy Krishna consciousness, say. But if I were in his or her shoe, I would have been even more sloppier. I would have left the boat altogether. And uh, this other devotee, Krishna consciousness, na? Now, if this other devotee, if he or she were in my shoes, my life situation, my current position, my current situation, everything, if he or she were there, they would have made it all the way to Godhead. He or she would have made it all the way to Godhead. So that sort of appreciation, that sort of understanding, and we have to come about in that light we see. Yes. Wrong time, right time, we shouldn't do it at a time when, see, glorification, flattery, or appreciation, this honesty is good, timing is also important. Now, why do we say this and all? So that it pleases the other person. It should be to please him. Suppose the other person has a train to catch. The devotee has a train to catch, a flight to catch, and we couldn't meet the devotee, and we now see him, and we want to glorify. No, no, Prabhuji, you wait. You cannot go. I'm not done through yet. This point, that point, and all. And the devotee is a flight to catch. So how are we pleasing this, no? doesn't appropriate, na? Doesn't sound very proper. So yeah, timing would be a thing. Now, he could be busy doing some work or something, na? Sorting something out in ashram very quickly because he is then to come down for Mangal Aarti say. But at that time, if I even doing Vaishnav Pranam to him at that time, na, then what I'm like asking him also, okay, you also do Vaishnav Pranam, something. So I'm disturbing him, na. So timing has to be seen, timing has to be seen, situation has to be seen. No one is stopping me to glorify at heart, na. No one is stopping me to glorify mentally or see mentally like that. And I should wait for the next opportunity when in person, when time is proper and all, then I can glorify him even more. Does this somewhat answer? Okay. So, don't know which text we went until 38, 39. So, 38, right? So, yeah, Dhruva Maharaj again, he is not jealous or envious. He wants to uh, go more, get a bit more. Hmm? Shall we do 5-10 minute kirtan? Huh? Aarti happening, we do 5-10 minute kirtan, then we'll bring it to rest today and see. शिशिखोरंता मायापुर शशि की परम करुणा पौ दुई जान निताई गौर चंद्र परम. It's a Vaishnava bhajan, Vaishnava song. Let us sing together with somewhat humility, somewhat desire to please the Lordship, with somewhat heart if we can bring in this beautiful song, Parama Karuna, for Gauranitai, for their pleasure. Parama Karuna Pahodui Jana Nitai Gaur Chandra Parama. सब अवतार सारा शिरोमणि केवल आनंद कंदा. सब अवतार सार शिरोमणि केवल आनंद कंदा. भजो भजो भाई चैतन्य निताई सुदृढ़ विश्वास कोरी. भजो भजो भाई चैतन्य निताई सुदृढ़ विश्वास कोरी. विषय छाड़िया सिर से मजिया मुखे बोलो हरि हरि. विषय छाड़िया सिर से मजिया मुखे बोलो हरि हरि. देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवन नाई ए मोने दयाल दाता. देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवन नाई ए मोने दयाल दाता पशु पाखी जूरे पासने विदारे सुनी जरे गुण गाथा पशु पाखी जूरे पासन विदारे सुनी जर गुण गाथा संसारे मजिया रोहिली पोरिया से पद नाई आशा संसारे मजिया रोहिली पोरिया से पद नाई लो आशा अपना करम भुंजाए समान कहे लोचन दास अपना करम भुंजाए समान कहे लोचन दास परम करुणा पहो दुई जन निताई गौर चंद्र हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaur Hari Bol. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaur Hari Bol. Nittai Gaur Premanandi. Parama Karuna Pahudvijanana. This Paramta of Krishna, if we can be attracted towards this Paramta, and especially Gauranitai, Shikorantai, Mayapur Sashi, that Paramta means transcendence. So if at all we can have sight of that. Now in this pastime we see, Dhruva Maharaj, so far yet, he has not got that vision of transcendence. He has not yet developed that vision of transcendence. But the best part again, he did not take matters in his hand. He stayed silent. It's very good sometimes staying silent. He did not take matters in his hand. So Krishna sent forward Narad Muni. And Narad Muni, then Krishna is going to take things in his hand for Dhruva. And our Vaishnava songs, Vaishnava bhajans, so beautiful. Any Vaishnava song if we see, one Vaishnava song, one Vaishnava bhajan, so beautifully uh, capsulates, covers, embodies, encompasses the entire Vaishnava philosophy. परम करुणा पहु द्विजन निताय गौरचंद्र सब अवतार सारा शिरोमणि of all the incarnations of Krishna kevala ananda kanda, these are the most sublime and keep giving us this joy of chanting Hare Krishna, this joy of practicing Krishna consciousness all together. So when one is so joyous, one cannot help but share it with others. So bhajo bhajo bhai chaitanya nitai sudrida vishwas kori. The only thing is with faith. With chant Krishna with faith. भजो भजो भाई चैतन्य निताय सुदृढ़ विश्वास करे विषया छाड़िया सेरा से मजिया मुखे बोलो हरि हरि. Give up desire for sense enjoyment, sense gratification, and chant Hare Krishna. And this is what we want to from giving up this sense gratification altogether, and please the senses of the Lordship. त्रिभुवने नाई एमोने दोयाले दाता देखो रे भाई, there's no one so compassionate, so kind, so caring, merciful, loving in the entire three worlds. पशु पाकी जुड़े पासाने विदारे सुनी जाए. The hearts of stone is melting, the hearts of birds, beasts, animals is melting all together, seeing the wonderful mercy of Mahaprabhu. And so we should also, our japa should soften our heart should also melt all together. And the striking point will be again when we are attracted towards this Param Karuna, Paramta of Krishna, this transcendental mercy altogether. And this is the humility in all the Vaishnava songs. What Lochan Das Thakur, Srila Lochan Das Thakur, saying what? Samsare Majiya, Rohile Poriya, somehow or other in this material existence, since eternity, burning and residing and living. There's no other shelter or nothing. I've made this like home or complete residence. And apana karama bhunjaye samana, kahe Lochan Dasa, blaming no one else. I myself am responsible for it. I myself am responsible. So this is the sign of someone who is say courageous or gentle, or one who takes ownership, or one who takes responsibility. There's no shortness of, again, say, blame game in society. When we stop, again, defending ourselves, then Krishna will come for our defense altogether. And when Krishna defends, who can possibly attack us, or whatever attack or onslaught comes upon us? How can we be any shattered by it? So here we see text 39. Sage Maitra continued, the great personality Narad Muni, upon hearing the words of Dhruva Maharaj, became very compassionate toward him, and in order to show him his causeless mercy, he gave him the following expert advice. Narad Muni did not get at all disturbed. He was checking the intensity, the gravity, the sincerity, the desire, the spirit of Dhruva Maharaj. How integral, how much does he really mean it? How much he means it. And seeing the response of Dhruva Maharaj, Narad Muni was very pleased seeing that response. Although Narad Muni, like this, very passionate, very passionate, that I want a kingdom yet even greater than what my father has, grandfather has, or great grandfather has. Sum it up altogether, double it up, say Dhruva Maharaj also saying. But in this, there is no sense of like this jealousy or envious. He could have again said, na, that bring Brahma down, bring Swambhuva Manu down, bring Queen Utanpat down. That will give me joy when I see them down. No, he wanted to excel. Uh, Although he wanted to excel materially, but that's fine. That's fine as long as he had faith in a sadhu. Na? Having faith in a sadhu is a tremendous thing. Na? He realized, Narad Muni, you are the key person. You are the key man. You are Vishnu's. Eh? Vishnu speaks with you. You are Vishnu's representative. This Krishna consciousness is a treasure house of prem altogether. But the treasure house is locked. Hmm? In order, this is a treasure house, and also some clues and some things needed, required for one to be able to locate the treasure house. Where is the treasure house? How can I go into the, how can I find the treasure house? And once one finds the treasure house, so that say the treasure house is there, say the box is there, this samput, this box, jewel is altogether of Krishna consciousness. But who has got the key? How do we access it? Where is the key? Somehow in devotee association and all, now we are able to locate, we are able to understand, yes, this is the real treasure house. This is the real deal, say. Huh? This box is there. But where is the key? How do we open the key? Spiritual master has got the key. Uh, by Guru Bhakti, Guru Seva, then the box will open up. So Dhruva Maharaj, here realizing, he had this faith in that yes, Narad Muni, you are Vishnu's. Uh, Having darshan of Narad Muni is like Dhruva, then what else is left for him? Only to follow the instructions. And as we see in some translation purport previously, that very compassionate. This material compassion, Prabhupada writes beautifully in Bhagavad Gita 2.1 in the purport. He writes beautiful. I think that's the first sentence. So nice. He says what? That material compassion, lamentation, and hankering, is it? Compassion, lamentation, hankering are all signs of ignorance of the real self. Material compassion and all. And here, Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashi Ki Jai. So we all are again looking for that compassion. Sometimes we feel when we are so humbled and all, we look for that compassion. And here we pray for the compassion, for the kindness of Parama Karuna Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashi Ki. So we pray for that compassion. When we pray for this compassion of Mahaprabhu, then we will find the best in the world, the best in the universe altogether. So Dhruva, he doesn't know again where he is entering, what he is putting himself into. So far, okay, he's been hurt by his stepmom's harsh words and all. And he has faith in Narad Muni, so he has come. his mother said the same thing, his stepmom said this thing and all. But now he is having this faith in his father and Narad Muni, and he's not very sure what world is opening up for him. Faith is required, and we keep that faith. Like again in Karuna Bhavan, many comes na come na. Now someone may come again as a volunteer to spend some time in Karuna Bhavan, in Krishna Eco Farm, to check out and all. But yeah, be careful though. And when one that is Krishna consciousness, too difficult to follow and too difficult to give up as well and all. But anyways, we we continue our journey in Krishna consciousness, and with prayers and blessings of the Vaishnava, one day we make it all the way on the way to Krishna, all together without any distraction, without any diversion, uninterrupted uh, flow of pure expression, pure udkar, pure love, when we imbibe these teachings and learnings. So, the message is we also have to double it up. We have to double it up. But in our humility, we need to double it up. So, double, thank you for everyone for your kind participation, encouragement, and inspiration. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, जय गौर प्रेमानंदी. So tomorrow we'll see Narad Muni. He it says not text 39. He gave him the following expert advice. So we see. Let us see what comes tomorrow. What that expert advice is. We'll try to see from text 40 tomorrow and continue further. In the meantime, we are still living with this question. So we still contemplate, meditate more in this question. What two questions, na? What if Dhruva Maharaj comes in our dreams tonight? Let us pray, let us study, let us pray, let us meditate, let us chant, read in a manner that Dhruva Maharaj comes in our dream tonight. And this is where the Katha is standing for now, resting say. So, what advice would we offer to Dhruva Maharaj? And for ourselves as well, what advice do we offer to ourselves when we feel any hurt, insulted, or someone else? What advice can we or should we offer to someone? So, this is one question. Another, right? That what should be the our response when someone insults us? Dhruva Maharaj certainly felt hurt and insulted na, by the sharp, cutting words of his stepmother. We also, na, undeniable. Doesn't matter, one might become a sannyasi. That doesn't mean that he won't get insulted or no one will insult him, say. So, what should be our response when someone hurts us, pinches us, or insults us, physically in words or whichever, emotionally, whichever way? Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.